Hello, amigas, and welcome to Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. How exciting. I get to re-share what happened months ago with my book, The Amiga Way. I'm going to relaunch the prior episode, which is when I found out that I became Amazon bestseller in 11 categories, to what happened just recently. We did a book tour, meaning on my first stop was in Los Angeles, California at Best Cantina. Shout out to them. They were extraordinary. So if you ever happen to visit downtown Los Angeles, make sure you go have an amazing meal at Best Cantina. So we had several vendors. Aside from Best Cantina being our host, our vendors were Hacienda Oponyo, Mezcal Artesanal, and then we also had Moniso Boutique and Dreamers Jewels. And they were fabulous. And they were fabulous at our event called Libros y Mezcal. And I was joined by my wonderful amiga Adriana Palomares in celebration of books, especially our books, right, which we both became bestsellers in different categories. And I'll just have to give you the highlight. It was just so extraordinary to see these beautiful souls come together and discuss our books and have questions in regards to our books and interact with a bunch of influencers. I mean, we really had a number of influencers there. And not only was it a fabulous occasion with the community, but we were able to share several insights about our journeys, our respective journeys in book writing, and what our books really meant for us. And so one of the things that was discussed was basically like, what does success mean to you? And I'll tell you, amigas, that when I was sharing what success meant to me, it was quite evident that success, as when I became a lawyer and prior to that, was very different from what it is today. And so just to give you just a brief perspective on that, I really honor when success is easy, it flows, and it brings you peace. For me, success is having holistic wealth, and that's in everything that I do, because as you know, it's always done with divine inspiration. And for me, success is fulfilling my soul's contract, and my soul's contract is to up-level and ignite amigas across the globe to do epic things and to do what their hearts desire and to break cultural limitations. Because let's face it, amigas, it's found all over our community, but here we get to break scarcity and we get to envelop abundance in every way, or as I say, in all ways and always. So, amigas, that was just a high-level view of my first stop of the book tour. Second stop is going to be Dallas, Texas. So stay tuned for more information on that. And without further ado, I'd like to share what it meant for me through a prior podcast of becoming a bestseller, an Amazon bestseller in 11 categories. Have an amazing day. Hello, amigas, and welcome to Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. So we continue the sequence of the book launch, and I have amazing news to tell you that the paperback is out. And it's got a seal of an Amazon bestseller. And I'm so grateful to you all who bought the Kindle and started reading it. And many of you came back and said, Jackie, I want the actual paperback. And amigas, it's out. It's available on Amazon, the Amiga Way book. And I'm just so grateful. And y'all people who purchased the paperback, you're just like me. I'm old school. I love paperback. I love to just really deep dive in a book and really feel the pages, read the lines, the paragraphs, how it feels, how the book makes me feel. Does it conjure emotions of happiness or emotions of sadness? And so I hope and I pray that this book gives you all that, and also gives you a bit of insight as to certain areas of life. I know I tried my very best to try to give you everything in these 10 chapters. It's a 10-chapter book, and I basically started off with an outline of the different chapters, like many, and then just condensing it, and then came out with this. And so I hope that you go and purchase the book. In the show notes, we're going to have the paperback version, so you can go ahead and purchase it if you haven't done so. I would love that. And also, if you can, if you could go back and submit an Amazon review, I would be so grateful. And then also go back and give a review on Apple Podcasts, because it's through these reviews that actually keeps me relevant, right, amigas? So thank you so much. And on this episode, I have one of my dearest friends, an amiga who actually was a student of mine in the Amiga Way Academy, and she speaks about that and just how we met and all the learnings. And her name is Janie Marquez, and she is an amazing soul, and I hope that you enjoy this conversation that I had with her, because it's really intentional, and she's just an amazing woman, and I'm so grateful that she decided to be on it and say yes. And also, I just want to put in a plug there that she works for First Century Bank, and if you're looking for a bank that can support you along the way, make sure you hit her up, because she's a fabulous banker, and you should always know who your banker is. So that's First Century Bank. And so without further ado, here is my live conversation with Janie. All of us are divinely led. And so if we listen and pay attention, and it's from your heart, it's no joke. It's no joke that it is from your heart. And so this book is definitely from my heart. I felt a need. I felt a need to just share what has inspired me, and what I feel that God has planted in my heart and in my soul. And so for me, and it's all the stories, all the people that have been a part of my life, and giving and sharing that. I mean, it's like a whole different world for me, because it's not going to court anymore. It's more of like fun. It's so fun. Oh my God, I have all these people. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. That is so sweet. So it's all about fun, and I think that there was a point in my life where it hurt to work. And what I mean by it hurt to work was that work was causing me stress. and it caused me a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights, a lot of insomnia, and bouts of depression. And so I really felt in my heart that, okay, if I am going to, drop out of this as a lawyer dropout, then what's the next step? And why is it so embedded in my soul to get this out? And so once I decided that God is with me and it has inspired me, I really believe that this will inspire other women. And so that's part of the reason I wrote this book. So, Janie, I really wanted you to jump on here with me because you were one of the first, no, not one of the first, but yet definitely one of the ones to be like, yes, say yes immediately to you and to learning about the Amiga Way. And so I love if you could share with us what that means for you.
So, yes, and I was really, really happy and proud and honored to have been, in the beginning of the Amiga Way, and it has done an enormous impact in my life in terms of how I walk as a leader, how I express myself, especially the words that come out, I should say, because sometimes, surprisingly enough, we think we're saying the right thing. And I mean, correct me, Jackie, how many times have you not told me, okay, what if let's stop for a second, let's rephrase it and say it this way. So even learning that, and that has made a huge impact in my life, in my personal life, in my career, attracting good people, good energy, those that want to surround themselves with me and help me. Unlike before, I felt like I was always seeking, and I don't think there's a problem with reaching out. I think we should reach out, but there is a point in your life where you're gonna have to stop yourself and wait for others so that you can also receive versus just giving and giving. You have to stop. And I'm one to say I have a lot of energy. And yes, I do say yes to everything that I can. But I now learn to say yes to the right things, to those that it's gonna be a mutual benefit, a mutual help, right? And that you're gonna give without expecting back, because the energy in the world, the universe is gonna take care of returning what you're doing. You don't have to worry about or even bother to think, is that if I do this, am I going to get this in return? If I do that, is she going to do this for me? Don't worry about that. Because the universe will align, and that will come to you at the right moment when you're ready to receive. And these are some of the things that I've learned in the academy, in the Amiga Academy, and it's have been opening a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities. I mean, just the way I walk now is completely different. I even think the way my vocabulary comes out is different. How I say things, and it's been a huge transformation for me, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and grateful that I said yes to the academy, because that was something that I invested personally. Figure, we invest in other things that don't bring a good benefit. Maybe they bring a moment of joy at the moment that you either obtain that item that you buy or that you eat. But this is something that I invested that's gonna give me a return for my lifetime.
Yeah.
For a lifetime.
Yes. Thank you so much for that, Janie. You know what? And here's the thing. With the book that you can purchase it on my Amazon, and the link is in the comments. Today it goes live, and it's only 99 cents. And you get to uncover what the Amiga Way by reading it and just really dissecting it. And I have all kinds of other exercises that I have used with some of my students. And I mean, it's just 99 cents. So, and I know.
And matter of fact, buy like 20 because they're 99 cents. So give them to your sister, your cuñada, your comadre. Share with all the women.
Right. Yes, exactly. It's only 99 cents. It's a Kindle. And for those amigas who say, well, I don't have a Kindle, no pasa nada. All you have to do is go on Amazon and just download the Kindle app, and then you're good. And, you can have it on Kindle. Or here's the thing. This is what I say. Can you buy a pack of gum for $1? Not anymore, right?
No. It used to be 25 cents, I remember.
Now you don't buy a pack of gum for $1. So this is cheaper than buying a pack of gum. So just get it and go through it, because believe me, the insights that you will receive are far more valuable than the money.
Gum.
Yeah, than a piece of gum. Yeah, than a piece of gum.
Than a piece of gum. You can't even buy a cheeseburger with 99 cents anymore,
no,
right? So
no.
The like you said, the benefit is huge. The learning, the teaching behind it is it's huge. I can't begin to tell you. Ladies, take advantage. 99 cents right now, and support us, support Jackie, support the women, support the book.
Yes. And you know what? And it's like, I'm like, okay, the investment to go live with me obviously is far more expensive. So if you think about it, here you get a packed little book that can show you everything for 99 cents. I mean, this is incredible. I'm like, no, it's, the value is like there, right? The value is there. My God. And here's the thing. I mean, right now it's 99 cents. It's going to go up, obviously, because like everything else, what do they say? What's down goes up. Yes. So, there's just so many insights. And I always say it's like, it's the value, like when will you start investing in you, right? When will you start investing in you? How about now? Is the time now?
And it's also like, I look at it this way. It's like kind of having an idea where you want to go, but you just don't know how to get there. So you're buying your GPS, right? You're buying that book. It's your GPS that's going to guide you, that's going to give you step by step of how to, better yourself. All this valuable insight that you're going to learn, it's no se puede comparar. Take advantage of this GPS for 99 cents, right?
Yes. I love that you said that, GPS, because you know what it is? Like, you got to figure out what your North Star is. And a lot of people may not even know what that means, right? What is North Star? It's that pinnacle point where you're like, that's what I want. That's where I feel that my epic life is lying out, right? And so when you know, and you're like divinely led, because everything comes from here, from spirituality, in my opinion, I do not make one move, one step, one queen step, if you will, or one king step without actually checking above and checking who my divine download. Does this support me? Is this aligned with my values and my talents? And so knowing that, checking in, figuring that out, then you figure out, oh shit, that's my North Star. Like, that's where I need to go. That's where I'm going. And in my heart, when I wrote this book, I really felt that there was an awakening, that just happened even more so during the onset of the pandemic, right? There were so many things coming in, and this whole time, it allowed me to just get grace and know that the hard work, hustle, grind needs to stop. And I realized that when I said stop to the grit, the grind, the hustle, the hard work, all the blessings came down, because now I have been now attracted to this divine energy because I started listening very, very intently to my guide, to my superpower, my divine. And so that is like the most important, in my opinion, the most important thing to attain and to help you be guided into a hustle-free life, a life of flow, of grace, because we're women, mujeres, amigas. We have so many untangible gifts that are ready to blossom. And I see it as clear as day. So when I saw you, Janie, and you started being more curious and getting more involved, I realized she gets it. She gets it. She knows where she's going. She just needs a little tweak, just a little tweak to just change that, like from a grind aspect to something like, this aligns with me. I think I can get it. I can make it happen. So I thank you so much, Janie, for supporting and being a part of the academy and just about everything. I like.
Yes. I'm a big supporter of Jackie Tapia, the Amiga Way, because I believe I'm a testimonial, a walking testimonial. Like I'm still here, and you can see it through like what's been happening and transforming in my life. And Jackie, I've shared with you a lot of things of where I was and where I am now. I've seen it. I went from working hard to like working smart now, and then everything just seems to be falling in place. And of course, yes, do I have challenges? Of course I have challenges, but now I know how to see those challenges as a benefit, as a growing opportunity, as okay, take a step back and don't stress, don't overwhelm. Unlike before, I felt like I was really all over the place, and I wasn't accomplishing anything in my life. Anything. Was I receiving? Yeah, I was, but not like I am now. Everything is in flow. Everything is aligned. I'm more happier. I'm at peace. I love myself. Love myself. And it begins with that. Yeah. Just that's a big secret, right, Jackie? I mean,
yes. That I would say the most, I feel you must love yourself first and foremost, right? First is loving here and receiving the downloads. That willingness to like be vulnerable and know that you are supported, because I it wasn't until I was vulnerable to like literally, because as a practicing attorney, you can't really show that part, because how are you going to have a client trust, because they hire you as an attorney to be ruthless, right? Don't lawyers have that reputation? Well, are you going to beat them, or I'm paying you money, I'm paying you good money to get this and da-da-da. So I'm good at doing that. That is my masculine energy, and I can really bring that to the party. However, what I have found, and having done that for 20 plus years, I realized, wait a minute, why is my body breaking down? Why am I unhappy? Why am I gaining weight? Why can't I sleep? Why do I have anxiety? Why am I depressed? I'm supposed to have it all. I have the title. That my education. And I'm not going to trade that for anything on this planet, for sure. Because what's in here, nobody can take away. But what was here was missing for a long time. The passion was missing. And so when I got honest with myself. I became vulnerable and allowed myself to be vulnerable. And I was like, oh my God, wow, it's been an incredible ride. Now I don't stress. Even for today, today's 5 hours of being online, and I'm like, no pasa nada. Everything's gonna be okay.
It's gonna go by quick, Jackie. It's gonna go by quick.
It's good. Yes.
And you know what? You just reminded me of something. Remember when I first joined the Amiga Academy? And I remember when I told you one of the things that I was having trouble with was not being able to sleep. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I've had that problem. I couldn't sleep. My mind was just thinking. And I remember after we did that exercise, that one first exercise with you, that I'm going to let you talk about that exercise. My goodness, the very next day I called you and I told you, Jackie, I slept like a baby. Like I have never slept like that, and it had been, gosh.
Yes, I know. Yeah. No, it's these exercises are so good. I mean, they are it is so good, and I'm so excited to share it. A lot of them are in the book for 99 cents. To pitch it up again. And so we were talking about that exercise that we did, and a lot of people call this the morning pages, but there's a little more to it than the morning pages, what I do. And so basically this exercise is you put down 3 things that you're grateful for, remember? What happened during that day.
Yes.
And then what you hope to accomplish the following day, right? And so then the next morning you wake up. There was an actual meditation that came before this, but at the moment that you go to sleep, you write these things down. So then the following day, when you wake up, then you put down exactly your thoughts, and it may not even be anything. Like it might be, I'm thirsty. or I'm hungry. Yes. Or whatever it is. And so whatever that is, that's will come up. But you got to do this exercise because it'll start opening up your parts of your unconscious brain. And so many people call this morning pages, but what I tend to do, I add a little spice to what I do, which is I offer the meditation that evening, so that in the morning before you go to sleep, you write these things down, and then in the morning you write out what your expectations are, the 3 things. So even though
the 3 things that come to mind.
Yeah, it really is not, like I said, it could be just, I want water, literally, and that could happen. But you just continue to do the process. And so by the end of our journey together, it's a 3-month journey. You're going to finally get the things that you had been wanting. It's really crazy how this goes, right, Janie?
The message. Yes. But you really have to follow that formula.
Yeah. It has to be very specific. So in the book, I wrote this book a while back. I'm trying to think if I have that. Actually, I have the live vision process there. So in the book, I have the live vision process, which is something I do twice a year. I do it either, you could either do it at the end of the year so that you can have your vision for the following year, or you 6 months later, you do a revisit of the live vision process, so that now you can look back like all your visions behind and look back, and then also what you want to continue to work on in the future. So it is really exciting, I feel. It's such a great way to really uncover that. Oh my God, Jeff. So I have people like talking here online. Jeffrey Harris. Just wanted to jump on and say congrats on your book. I just bought, and how proud and excited I am for you and your family. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. So, Jeffrey, I met him, God, back in 2017, I believe. I think so. 2017 to 2018. And we met at an actual conference, and it was really wonderful, and I learned a lot. And so Jeffrey has his book that came out, and it is this big. He really spent a lot of time on that one, and it's called Dragon Shit Crazy. So for anyone who's interested, DM me and let me know so I can put it in the comments to find his link. But the focus of his book is how, sometimes men fuck it up when it comes to relationships. So it's a
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah, no. And he really honors the feminine, like really, truly honors, and really is double downs on that. And he understands that, the things that as a male, can actually, there's wonderful things, but could be a lot of damaging parts because the ego can really be a saboteur. So he's got this amazing book, so you guys can also buy that one too. So for 99 cents, amigas, you can definitely buy my my Kindle, if you will. And some of you are saying, well, I don't have a Kindle. Well, it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to have a Kindle. Because I know I've heard from others, like, if you want to support me, just, purchase it and give it to somebody who does have a Kindle, or, or just download the app. I heard from people that those that don't have a Kindle, that they go through Amazon and they just download the app and you can get it like that. See, I have an Amazon account that has the links to all these other various things, like the Audible. I have Audible, so I think that's why I was able to purchase my own Kindle, my own book on Kindle. But anyways, so for those of you who are having trouble, don't dismay, don't despair, don't dismay. There are different ways of attaining it. And then I also will have the actual tangible book for sale in June. And I've got a bunch of exciting prizes. So for instance, I call it the 5x5x5. So if you have, you purchase your book, and then you get, you have 5 people purchase their Kindle, and then those 5 people get 5 people themselves. So once all that entire pyramid is done, have all the screenshots of the purchases, and I will pay you $500, and I'll put it in your Zelle account or your Venmo, but you got to show proof. And I'm doing that for 2 people. So if you get on it, because it'll be the fastest and easiest $500 you'll make for sure. So just wanted to make sure that you guys know that. So are you there, my love?
Yes, I am here. I am so sorry. So let me ask you, tell me about the 5x5. So how do we need to send you a screenshot of those?
Of all of them. So for instance, like let's say you, Janie, okay, you purchase your one, right? Okay, you purchase your Kindle, one for 99 cents. Then you tell 5 people, okay? And those 5 people purchase their Kindles, right? But these 5 people need to tell 5 other people. So that would be 25, right? So you need to get screenshots from this level, and then yours. And then you send it over to me, and I will send you $500. literally.
Oh, guys, that is the easiest $500.
But I have to see that it was purchased. So you got to screenshot your purchase, because I won't know that on the other side. I only know what you present to me. So if you present to me, you DM me, you send me a direct message either on Facebook or on Instagram with the proof, then, and if you are the first one or the second person to do this, you each get $500. I can't do it for everybody, but for the first two people who send it to me, $500 cash in your bank. Like, come on, $500. I mean,
that's easy money.
Easy money.
A nice dinner.
Yes, you can go to Javier's with drinks, with cocktails.
Reinvest it. Yes, or reinvest it and purchase more books so that you can give them away.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes, even better, even better.
Yes.
You know, pay to read.
Yes.
And invest in your future, and be able to really pay it forward for everybody else. So
absolutely.
There's just so many blessings with this, and so many lessons with this book. So please, please, please just know that there's all these prizes. So just go through not my website, but on Facebook. If you follow me, you'll see all the different prizes. And then also on Instagram, you'll see, what do they call it? The carousel of prizes. And I will be on Instagram for lunch. Also being online, and hope you guys come online and continue to support us and support the mission of the 99-cent Kindle. I want to help me get to be Amazon bestseller list.
Yes, let's do it, everyone.
That's the goal of today, to be on that the best. No, wait, what do you call it? Amazon bestseller.
Amazon bestseller.
That was a tongue twister for sure. Oh my God. Anyways, so there's a lot of blessings, a lot of beautiful things.
So how long did it take you to write this book, Jackie? Like,
wow. Yeah.
What was the process?
Well, okay, so it took me about, I want to just say 6 months from beginning to end, because, I couldn't go really fast because I have, everyone has another thing going on, right? So for me, I also, I have my events, and I have my podcast, which is Amiga Handle Your Shit. So make sure you go and listen to that. And I also have courses. And so there's a bunch of things that I have going on. And so it took me 6 months. And I have a storytelling coach who guided me through the process. And she's going to come on during lunch on Instagram. So if you guys want to hear about her, because she's extraordinary, I recommend you have a storytelling coach to help you and guide you, and actually can lead you into the direction that you ultimately want. And it's the art of storytelling, because there is a process. I can honestly say I'm not the best storyteller. I do well. But when it comes to writing the story, it's different than actually vocalizing the story. There's when you vocalize the story, there's the cadence. People can follow your voice, and whether I'm excited, whether it's an excited utterance, or whether it's a very passive voice, or whether it's assertive. But writing is different, right? How can you convey that emotion into your writing? And Christina really helped me with that, because there's things I was writing like a lawyer, and it's so different. Legal writing and free flowing expository writing is very different. And so there was times when she's like, well, Jackie, this seems, while it's written well, I want you to share what you thought about this. So there was like moments where I was like, oh, that's right. I have to expand because, there's more to it than just, my argument per se, right? So there was a lot of that and a lot of coaching behind that because obviously my writing style was always right brain. No, left brain. That's logic, which is weird. So it's very left brain, right? So I had to come back to the right side of the brain, which is more creative. And so it's really, for me, it was important to have someone who really knows this side more so than this side to help me out and to just really just guide me through the whole entire process. Because when I started, I was like, where do I even start? Like, hello? Type hello. So it might take you a little, faster than me, for sure. But, I had to really rewire the way I wrote because, 20 plus years of writing the same way. And then changing it all together is it's a process. It's a complete process. Yeah, it's a different type of process.
Wow, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like there's like a lot into writing a book. But for me, when you said 6 months, even 6 months, I feel like that's not a long process. I feel, despite of everything you just shared with us, like everything that comes with it and how to even change the way how you're writing it versus, I remember a professor once told me, don't ever write the way you speak. And that always stayed on my mind.
Yeah.
And so, you're telling me that you have to rewire your thinking in terms of how, from an attorney to how you're going to put it down on paper. But going back to like the timing, 6 months for me, I feel like time goes by so quick. I would have guessed it was longer.
Yeah.
So me personally, I've never written a book, but congratulations, Jackie.
Aww.
I think that in 6 months, you've accomplished a lot. Oh. I'm very proud of you. Like I said, I've been part of the academy. You're my mentor. I'm a mirror of you, a reflection of you. And I know some of the insights, but I really want to have this book and can't wait to even read it. Although it's on Kindle, I prefer paper. So once it comes out on paper, I'm going to be your first one to order it because I like to highlight, make notes. And I don't know if that's something you can do on Kindle. I do a lot of audible books.
Yes.
But can really wait. And so congratulations. I think 6 months. For those that want to write a book, you in 6 months, like, hey, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
It, right?
Yeah, there's this guy. His name is Jake. Oh, I forget his last name. Anyways, he goes through a process and he could teach you how to write within 3 months. And to me, I that's... given my schedule, I don't like that. I really wanted to create a book that aligned with my values and my gifts. And one of the things that I value completely is flow. If it doesn't flow, it must go.
I love that. If it doesn't flow, it must go. Para afuera.
Yeah, para afuera. Yeah, because if it doesn't, like I said, I lived a life of hustle and grind as a lawyer, and now I just live a life of grace and flow. And, for me, it's super important that every project that I jump in aligns with me. And in the academy, I teach you how to get from point A to point Z, to go from the hustle and grind to the flow, and just the feminine journey of divine self. And so, if it doesn't flow, it doesn't go. I just know that. And so for me, it was super important that I worked with someone who wasn't pressuring me to get things done because there was no hidden agendas. Now, I self-publish, and that it was very important for me in the sense because I have heard that when you go with a particular publisher, some of them will actually pressure you to write by an X date. And that it's money, right? But I don't want to be in that category because it's not for me. I don't like to be pressured into doing anything I don't want to do. And it must align first and foremost, always. That is one of the key ingredients to a wealthy and vibrant life. That it must align. Everything must align. You can't have all. You can't have all. I mean, you have to have all the human needs met. You can't just extrapolate a human need out of this whole triangle according to Maslow, right? So for me, flow is the key thing. Flow. If it doesn't flow, it must go.
The must go. But and it's also having your align your values, your purpose, because you really need to know exactly what is it that you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be in alignment, be mindful and acceptance. I think those are important keys, and it just it confirms what you've done also, Jackie. So
thank you.
Excited, super excited. Thank you. I must say, I don't want to go.
I know. I love you, but thank you so much for showing up. This really, I'm like, I'm gonna have experts on my podcast. And so here's the thing, amigas. So let me just tell you a little bit about Janie before she heads out. Janie works for
First Century Bank. I'm a commercial lender. Yes.
So she's
privately owned company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do all the lending. So if you're interested in looking for a commercial building, you are an entrepreneur, you're looking for banking relationship. I don't do transactional. I do relationship. I educate. I walk you through the process. I hold your hand, and your success becomes my success. So this is why I am very successful, because I'm about first educating and building relationships with the community, with friends, anyone that's surrounded by me. They can share their experience. Jackie, she can. And I'm the first one to say, yes, let's do it. If it makes sense and if it's aligned, I'll support you.
Yes, absolutely. So Janie has been instrumental. I bank with her. My business is with her bank. And they've been so gracious. And I did a live vision process there. So you can actually see that on LinkedIn in my page, and then also on her page with the bank. So there's just so many blessings and benefits to banking with them. And so for any of you amigas out there that are looking for a banker with amazing relationship skills and leadership skills, she's the one. She is the one. The one and only. So DM me if you want more information on Janie.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Come out and support Jackie. I'm a big fan.
Yay!
I'm super proud of you,
oh,
amiga.
Thank you.
And again, honored to be your amiga. And we'll probably share the story how I was stalking you
yes.
later. That's part 2. But thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And again, if you're looking for advice, education when it comes to banking, especially in these volatile moments that we're in the high interest rate markets, don't panic. Give me a call. Jackie will share my contact information, and I'll be more than happy to come out and meet you in person or have a conversation even over the phone. So thank you for everything, Jackie. I'm actually heading out to another appointment, but I love you so much.
Love you too.
And I'm going to start sending my 55555.
There you go. Yes. Amigas out there, you better hurry up because this girl moves real quick. So I said only 2 times. Exactly.
Gracias.
Bye-bye. Un amor. Bye-bye. Thank you, amigas.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. If anything resonated with you today, I'd love for you to share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show on your favorite podcast platform, and spread the word on Instagram, Facebook, and all your social media channels. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to reach me directly at amigahandleyourshit.com. Please note that the information shared on this podcast is for informational purposes only and does not constitute professional or legal advice. Always seek the advice of your own professionals regarding any decisions or actions you may be considering. Thank you so much for listening. Gracias y hasta la próxima.